Friday 19th 2020, 19th of June 2020. Piotr here. Good afternoon from Europe. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are, guys. Last trading day looks like because of the quadruple witches, we are very quiet right now. Some fireworks when it comes to the DAX at 2 p.m. CET. 3:30 p.m. CET, some fireworks at the New York Open, New York cash market open. We will see nothing extraordinary when it comes to the calendar. So slowly, step by step, we are going to check a few charts right here, right now. All right, folks, let's start with the euro dollar. Here, slowly but surely, bears are trying to take over. We had yesterday very important development. We had the daily close below the yearly open again. We've been trying for times previously. Each time we hold that level. Yesterday, finally, we got the close below yearly open, red dotted line. Today, we are below the daily open. So slowly but surely, of course. What is very, very important is that particular range here. I'm going to explain why it's so important. Let me tell you the date, 15th of March 2020. This particular day is the latest local weakness when it comes to the euro dollar. So this whole range is quite important, because even if we are going to try to attack either bottom or 50% of that range, something like this. Okay, levels close to 1150. We might end up, for example, with the lower shadow and higher closing. So when it comes to the euro dollar, I would be very cautious today. I would rather be in a wait and see mode towards the end of the day, end of the week, and I would rather try to build the plan for Monday morning, for example. Right, that's something we are going to also discuss with the next meeting. Also, there is one more reason why I would be very cautious when it comes to the euro dollar, is because of euro pound. Latest developments on the pound, right? Recent weakness when it comes to the pound, especially post Bank of England yesterday, right? It's not only in relation to the dollar, it's overall pound weakness, meaning that euro pound is going higher as well. So you know, it might be very tight range when it comes to the euro dollar. So that's why I advise to be cautious, especially today. Also the level is not that great. We are below yearly open, below weekly open, but we just testing this very important level right here, right now on the euro dollar. So wait and see mode for me when it comes to the euro dollar today. A little bit different story when it comes to the cable here. I'm going, if you are not short, I'm staying a bit short. Don't forget that you can monitor what I'm doing, and link is in the description. Here I'm staying short, but well, I missed addition yesterday. There was an easy way to add the pound from the short side, but anyway, I'm going to monitor from the intraday perspective, and I see the possibility for the pound to be very active during the New York session, and I think there is a chance to try to trade that one. From the daily chart perspective, what is important that we are approaching 2350, and here ahead of the weekly close we might see some bounce and profit taking, but that's gonna be hit probably later during the day. So how to try to take the advantage of that one? Well, let's switch to the hourly chart. That was when I said that I missed something. I've been waiting for these stops post Bank of England, and was very close but didn't materialize. And well, it was close of that candle was the short setup, right? And well, I haven't been at the end of that particular candle. I haven't been around, and that was one of the reasons, probably, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, what happened? I didn't that. I'm still staying short a bit. Late New York, Tokyo session today, consolidation, right? Then beginning of the Europe, stop count to the upside. Why I know it's stop count to the upside with latest development of this candle, right? Total failure of this consolidation. So that was the liquidity. Market was looking for the liquidity, in my opinion, right? So right now 50% of that. Oops, sorry, 50% of that consolidation. That's the entry level, right? So this particular base. So what we have: drop, base, drop, retest somewhere close to 2420, 2430 could be the entry with the target around plus minus 2350. So still quite significant possible move. Of course, we have to see the retest. It could be that the retest could come on Monday, for example, not today. But I think we have the option expiration, we have the London fix, so we probably got the chance to see the pound testing these levels. That's how I see the cable, right? Also Australian dollar. The Monday was trying to run out of the steam, retest the supply based on the weekly again, right? And slowly towards the end of the week trying to fight with the weekly open. In the previous two cases, euro dollar and the cable, we are already below. Here we are still trying to fight, mostly because of what is going on the indices. I'm staying Australian dollar short, but I do understand that we need to see more action to the downside, right? We have to see move below, first thing first, 68.30 and then 67.80 with this Monday low. That would be a significant development when it comes to the Australian dollar. So here, if you are not short yet, or if you are looking for some developments, I would be in a wait and see mode. Also from the buyer's perspective, if you like Australian dollar, if you like what is going on, then this 67.80 is the level you want to see to hold, right? So you want to see the retest, maybe 68, 67.80, this zone as a possible buying zone. But here, because of where we are from the weekly chart perspective, because of this huge run for the last few weeks, I think that some deeper correction is possible and needed here. And finally, because of the quadruple, which is Nasdaq, and here overall still think that the downside is at some point gonna pay a lot. Not now yet, because of where we are from the weekly chart perspective. If you remember our discussion previous week close, it was smart close based on the latest weakness here. It was a little bit different from the daily chart perspective, but weekly is a higher. On the daily chart perspective, the close was below actually, right? But the weekly chart is higher time frame. Anyway, what I'm looking for, because of the quadruple witches today, I'm looking from the intraday perspective. I'm looking for the pullback within the next hour or so. I would like to, before the cash market open, I would like to see retest of 10,030, 10,025, maybe somewhere here, right? This type of the pullback. That would be my what? That would be my long setup, yeah, intraday long setup. Just to check 10,770 as where we are right now, and maybe a little bit higher around the US cash open. Just quadruple witches setup, I would call that way. Not sure if we are going to see that big pullback, but this type of the action, and I would like to be long somewhere around half an hour before the US cash open, maybe 15 minutes before the US cash open, around these levels, around closer to 10k, right? 10,000, 10,030, just to try to trade this quadruple witches, and meaning that plenty things will expire in US. So that's how I see the Nasdaq index. Still, as long as we are on a weekly basis above this latest weakness. Nasdaq is the strongest here, right? On the other hand, S&P 500. Okay, S&P 500 still, as discussed, I think at some point, maybe even around the triple witches, quadruple witches, maybe around the open, but it's just the whole 100 points. It's a little bit too high in my opinion, but I'm waiting for these levels on the S&P related to that supply finishing the business when it comes to the swing high. So somewhere close to 3,220 based on my chart. That's what I'm looking for when it comes to the S&P 500, maybe as early as next week. And here I'm gonna to look to the downside, right, folks? So that was the pre-New York Open market update. It was my pleasure to be with you here. Don't be trapped, be careful. If necessary, I'm going to get back to you with another one a little bit later today. Take care, goodbye, see you around, guys.